everyone, so now we are going to discuss the EBGP. EBGP, if you remember, we are saying in EBGP we will have the TTL value will be 1. That means they should be directly connected. R1 and R2, if we want to configure, they should directly connected. And we will have the AD value, administrative distance value will be 20 in the EBGP. We are going to verify this one and this one. And external BGP. EBGP is nothing but external BGP. The neighbor should be directly connected. As we told, we have two flavor. Internal BGP, external BGP. Internal BGP is having the AD value as a 200 and TTL value is a time to leave value will be 255. Whereas EBGP is having the AD value 20 and the time to leave value will be 1. So we are going to verify this one. So how we will configure, and also one more thing we need to remember, EBGP we told AS number will be different. Example, here is AS1, other side will be AS something different, not the one. If you have both the sides same AS, then we can call IBGP, not the EBGP. We are calling EBGP means both should be different AS. Autonomous system should be different both the side. Then only EBGP. So we are going to see this one also. So what we have one lab here. Configuration is simple, very easy. If you see, I enable config t host name. This is the same whatever we done from starting. Just I assign the IP, create the loopback. Same thing in the R2 also. And here BGP we write router BGP and our AS. Our AS is 1, AS1 this one. So I will write our AS number. Then I need to define manually I need to configure my neighbor. This is my neighbor F0 by 0 here. This is my neighbor 12.2. So I will write neighbor and the neighbor IP and then remote AS and the what is the AS, remote AS. Remote means neighbor AS. This is my neighbor AS is 2. So I will write here neighbor AS is 2. And I have my one loopback. I want to advertise my loopback. So what I will do? I will write network ID, mask and subnet mask. As we done just now. Only what is the difference? Here and here are different. Before here and here both sides is same. But now it is different. And same thing for R2, what I will do? I will write router BGP and my AS is 2. And then neighbor, this is a neighbor IP 192.168.12.1. And neighbor AS 1. And then network, I want to advertise whatever connected to me 2.2.2/8. I need to convert this IP into network ID. I hope already you know. Example 8.8. Not 8. Let me take 2. This one. Just I am showing. I think already you know how to convert the network ID. This is a /8. This is network, this is host, this is host, this is host. So wherever is a host, we will make that is a 0. So we will have 2.0.0.0 is a network ID. How I am saying 8 means first one. If I write 16 means first and second. If I write 24 means first, second, third. If I write 32 means all this same thing we will write. So this way we will calculate the network ID. Already we learn this one. Okay, so what we will do? We will write here network ID, network ID mask, and after that what is the subnet mask we are using? /8. One time we will write 255.0.0.0. That's all. And we will check same like this, and we will check the routing table, and we will check the neighbor table. We will check the what we can say. We will check the forwarding table. We have 3 tables here. First one what I have, let me explain here, then we will look in detail. So I am saying this is a configuration. After that, routing table. How we will check the routing table? Show IP route BGP. So here we will have the 20. If you remember, IBGP is having 200, but EBGP is having 20 AD value. We need to remember, in interview they will ask you this question. So we need to remember, whenever we are configuring EBGP, AD value will be 20. And this is a B. This B is nothing but BGP. We can see here. And that one BGP table. Like same like what we can say routing protocol BGP is using 3 table. Like most of the routing protocol, whatever we learned till now, OSPF, EIGRP, RIP, all are having 3 table. Same like that here in the BGP also we have 3 table. One is routing table, we check here. Another is a neighbor table. In the neighbor table we will have the list of all configure neighbor. Whatever neighbor we configure, we will get that list in the neighbor table. We need to remember, manually we need to configure the neighbor. Automatically it is not going to come in the BGP. And how we can check that one? We can write show IP BGP summary. With this command we can check. When we will write, we will have BGP router ID, that is router identifier is nothing but router ID only. AS number our local, same router wherever we are checking, that router AS number will appear here. And the BGP table version 3, this is the version. If you increase anything, it will change. Just now what we learn in IBGP, same thing in EBGP also. And this is the neighbor IP, our neighbor IP address. We are using IPv4. We are using AS number 2. This is AS number. We are using AS number. This is neighbor AS number. This is our AS number. Our AS number is 1. Neighbor AS number is 2. Messages receive is 51. Send messages is 55. And table version is 3. This is same here what we discuss version. And if any traffic in queue, incoming or outgoing, and how much time this link, this neighborship form, and we are learning only one route from neighbor, that is prefix 1. I wrote the same thing here in the table. So later when you are revising, if you are confused what is a V, you can check here. This is a version of the BGP running here. If we check neighbor, so this is a neighbor IP. All I mention here. So we have one more table, forwarding table. This table contains a list of the network along the path and attribute which are known as BGP, known by the BGP. BGP attribute, as we told, we will have the attribute. Later we are going to discuss. So now just we need to remember, in the forwarding table we will have the list of network along the path and the attribute. All the attribute will come. How we will check? Just now we check this one, show IP BGP. Here we will get the BGP table version. Same like if we make any changes, this will increase. And then router ID. And same thing, we are getting 2 route. This is one is valid. Star means valid. Greater than symbol means best. So these are valid and best. This is a destination and this is a next hop. If I want to go this one, this is directly connected. That's why 00. This one is I need to go here, and this is the metric. Later we are going to learn this metric and all this one. And if we see here BGP table, same thing I put here in the comments. Later if you want to study, you can read all the theory, whatever I explain I wrote here. And the routing table, how we can check? We write show IP route. So with this one we can get the routing table. This I wrote here. B is nothing but BGP. All the theory I wrote here. So now let's do this lab also. IBGP we did not done. So now we are going to do the IBGP. This is a EBGP. So I will stop this router and I will close this via sharp everything. Now I will let me save this one also. I will save this also in the lab. This is the IBGP configuration. IBGP configuration. So now what we will do, we can use this same configuration also. I will make new notepad. Here I will write EBGP. We are configuring EBGP. So in EBGP the AS will change. Okay. So here I will give AS as a 2. So this will be AS2 and this will be AS1. Now I will make the modification. From here to here this will remain same, just we are assigning the IP address. Okay, and here this is a router BGP1. Our AS number we need to write. So our AS number is 1 only. So no need to worry. This is correct till here. And I want to advertise my own network, whatever connected to me. So I can advertise network ID, mask, and I can give the subnet mask. So this is also okay. After that I need to connect to my neighbor. So I will write neighbor IP. This is the neighbor IP will be remain same. This one remote AS. Remote AS means this is AS. AS will change. This is a 2. Before here, and if you see this one and this one will same in IBGP, but now we are using EBGP, so this will change here. Okay, only this is the changes in the configuration, all other thing remains same. Now let's look the R2 configuration from here to here. This is a basic, just we assign the IP address. Here I am configuring, so I will write router BGP and this is my AS. So here my AS is 2. And if you see network, and this is my network ID, I want to advertise whatever connected to me. So I will write network ID, mask, and I will give the subnet mask. After that what I will do, I will write the neighbor IP. Neighbor is this one. What IP? 192.168.12.1. And we will write remote AS neighbor AS number. So this neighbor AS number is 1 only. So this remains same. Okay. So this is a configuration for EBGP. So what I will do now, I will, let me save this also. And now I will start this router. And let me take the console, or already I have the console. So let me take this console. And we don't have anything here. Let me check. I think we don't have here inside. Let me check also. And let me see here also. Show IP interface brief. I think, yeah, we did not save anything. So now it is good, no issue. So we can do the configuration. Directly I can copy paste. Okay, directly I can copy paste. So let me take here. I will take this one from here to here. This is the R1. I will put this here in the R1. Okay, and then I hope already you learn how to write this one. Okay, that's why I am just copying pasting. I will copy and paste this directly. This is R2. I will go in the R2 and I will paste this in the R2. And after that we need to wait, because BGP is a slow protocol. It will take some time. BGP is a slow protocol. It will take some time. We need to wait this one. Wait for this one. Let me make this big. And now what we can do, same thing what we done here. We need to verify here. What we need to verify? The AD value. I will write show IP root. Still I did not get. It will take some time. I can check other things. Show IP BGP summary. So summary I have here. This is my neighbor. Same thing just now what we discussed. This is the BGP router ID. This is identifier we are calling. That is nothing but router ID, and our AS number is this one. And till now we did not change anything. So this is a version 1. And if you see here, what else? This is our neighbor IP address. This is a version 2, and neighbor is using the AS2. They receive only 2 messages, and this is a table version is 1, and nothing is in the queue, and this much time the neighbor is up. Still we did not learn any prefix from the neighbor, because we did not get any root here. When we get the root, it will increase. So now let's see, maybe now we get the root. Still we did not get the root. Okay, still we did not get the root. I can write show IP root, still we did. Yeah, now we have this root. Okay, now we have this root. So I can write show IP BGP summary. Now we have this prefix 1. When we learn the root, we will have this one. Before, if you see here, where, let me show you. Before, when we check here, it is 0, because that time we don't have that BGP root. If you see here, we don't have BGP root here, that's why we have 0. But now we have one root, that is this one. So we have the prefix 1 here. And this table already we discussed. And now what we can check here, I can write show IP root BGP. If you see, this value we need to check. This is a 20. Before it is a 200. And now I can write show IP BGP neighbor, just to check the TTL value. So if we check here, TTL value will be, before 255 we have, now we will have 1 only. So we will see, if you see, this is a TTL value, we have only 1. Before we have 255. Okay, so these are the two differences as we are saying. So let's see here what else we have in the Just now we check which table. We check the routing table, we check already 20, and then neighbor table we check already. This value we verify, and also we verify the TTL value. And if you see, this is show IP BGP. Let me show you this also. Show IP BGP. So with this one, what we will get? We will get our destination. These both are the network. If we want to go here, we need to go to next hop. This is the 00 means directly connected to same router. This one means it is from getting from different router. And this is star and greater than means valid and best. Okay, valids and best. So what else we can check here? Yeah, routing table we check already. So now we have the state. So let me stop this recording. So what we done here? Just we configure the EBGP. Configuration, what difference we have? Only here and here both are same before, but now it is different. If you see here and here both are same before, but now it is different. So this is a EBGP. So let me